Hey everybody, it's Jeff, and I'm here with Brad.
Hello.
How are you doing, Brad?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing really well. It's a good Tuesday. We're here live,
Yeah.
taking a look at Syndicate, which is out today. This is the new Syndicate, not the old Syndicate.
Old Syndicate's been out for
The old Syndicate came out in '93.
Yeah.
That's
Almost 20 years.
that is a relatively old game in the grand scheme of things,
Although
and a great one.
Old Syndicate also out now.
Yeah, old Syndicate out now.
If you want to be technical about it.
New Syndicate also out now.
You played through this game to completion.
I have, yeah. I spent a significant chunk of time over the past few days playing it, getting ready for the review, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, I was pretty surprised to see the score you gave this game.
It's a really enjoyable game. We're going to get into the campaign here, and just kind of, trying to think where we should jump in. I kind of want to jump into the demo that I got when I first saw the game, because it shows some pretty cool stuff about how things work.
Give us a vertical slice.
We'll start with the second chapter here. I'm just trying to think of if this has been shown off elsewhere or not, but I guess I don't know for sure.
It hasn't been shown by you.
And you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
So new to you.
It's all new.
All right. So in Syndicate, you play as a dude named Miles Kilo, which is a kind of dumb but great, cyberpunk fiction name.
Sure.
Like, it's no Count Zero.
Right.
Crash Override, whatever,
Kevin Megabyte.
Yeah. It's no Molly Millions. Sally Shears. So this is after you go through a brief training. You are Miles Kilo. You've been implanted with the latest version of the DART chip. It's a prototype. This is kind of your first time out in the field after getting this upgraded chip, and they're not sure how it's going to work out, but we'll see how it goes. We've got Michael Wincott over here talking at us, providing the. I believe I said it in the review, you can't make a cyberpunk game at this point without having a gravelly voiced dude.
Sure.
And he fills that role here. So basically, we're infiltrating this rival syndicate, this rival corporation as offices, to get that guy who has a chip in his head that we need. You see, I don't have any of my powers. The lower left corner there is dim because I don't have any of my powers yet. We'll get that stuff as time goes on here. But I do have this DART overlay. When you're in this mode, it slows down time, highlights enemies and other objects of interest on your radar. You get a resistance bonus and a damage bonus when you're doing it. So one of the great things about this game, Brad, is the way it handles weapons. A lot of games do stuff where you go up to stuff, it'll lower the gun and
right.
that basic kind of stuff. But there's something about the way the guns move as you're going around corners and stuff. But with the pistol specifically, when you run, he just fucking holds it out and you just go ah!
And you can still shoot it.
Yeah, and you can still shoot it.
Wow.
While running, you can slide while you're running as well. Okay.
I think shooting while sprinting is just the next evolution of stuff like the active reload. It's just things to keep you dumping more frequently.
Yeah. So some of this stuff is going to be a little tutorial-like in nature here because it is the first time you're kind of out in the field doing stuff. There are some collectible objects in the world for you to pick up. Business cards and stuff like that.
Does it do anything for you?
It fills out a codex. If we go over here to the info bank, it kind of fills out different those separate business cards section here.
Those will feed into upgrades or anything like that?
No. The upgrades in the single player are actually doled out at set intervals as you kind of hit things. You will get points to spend in this tree. You can actually a tree is the wrong thing to call it because when you do have points, you can spend them anywhere.
Okay.
On this thing. There's no
There
prerequisites
are no tiers or anything like that.
in the single player here. So this is how you hack stuff. There's no real mini game here to it other than there's actually an active reload like quality to it where I want to let off in the white zone to get extra points. But if I hold the button down, it'll still happen anyway. So here's our first use of suicide, which sums up a lot of what this game is about. The first time you do this stuff, first time you encounter new things, it gives you this little thing here. But on subsequent attempts, every time you get someone to commit suicide, that doesn't happen. So we have hacked that guy's chip.
Whoa! Jesus. Man, guy had a real bad day. You put the worm in his brain that made him do bad stuff.
So that's actually not what suicide normally does. And you see that the computer logs here are showing up, and I already have the log, so it's probably not going to show up as new. But that comes up and says, hey, that's sort of like what a Persuadertron would do. So later on, you get a persuade power that actually does that on the fly. Suicide normally just makes people pull out a grenade and kill themselves as well as everyone else in the vicinity.
This is a really nice looking game.
Yeah, really good.
Didn't
You know,
actually
it's
expect-
good, pristine. You know, it's,
Yeah.
you know, you get that kind of Asian influence here and there,
Yeah.
and the stuff that you expect from
It's crucial for the William Gibson
yes,
component.
your cyber future.
Yes.
This stuff is actually just kind of picking up more codec stuff that's hidden throughout the environment. There's a little bit more of it than usual here in this early part of the game, just to kind of tutorialize your way through it. You hit down on the D-pad, you can go through secondary weapon, alternate weapon for the different or fires for the alternate weapons here. Let's make this guy commit suicide. Show it how it actually works in game. So he just pulls out a grenade, blows himself up. And there are also some tactical things you can hack in the environment too. So like I can actually hack these cryo beds and cause them to retract, kind of nullifying the cover that these guys have.
That's cool. So what's governing your use of all of this stuff? Like, there's this mode was the dart mode.
Yeah, you see that meter's draining there
Yeah,
at the bottom right as
okay.
I use the dart overlay.
Oh, well, and then I see, does Suicide have a cooldown there?
It's not a cooldown. It charges up the gameplay. The in-world description is that it's fueled by adrenaline. So as you kill people, it charges up your abilities.
Naturally.
So there's the guy we want, but we can't get through this door. So we will hammer the X button a little bit here to get in.
Now, not to conflate this with the new Deus Ex, because I'm sure that'll come up later. But is it typically like only one path into any of these objectives, or were there other ways that you could have gotten to this guy?
No, this is the way.
Okay.
It's a pretty linear game.
Okay.
The co-op levels actually will have like kind of multiple ways to get at objectives and stuff
Okay.
like that.
But this game has a critical path, and you are going to see it.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh no, our datascape camouflage has been disrupted. So stuff like that, like him kind of holding the gun up.
Yeah, I
all,
was actually, why don't you just like kind of run up on a wall or something? So I spent some of the weekend playing the first Darkness,
yeah.
which is the last. I guess that was the last Starbreeze game that came out, right?
Yeah, I
Before
guess
this.
so. Yeah.
It's like, God, that was like 5 years ago almost.
So this guy's threatening to kill himself if we so I'm just gonna shoot him
Yeah,
in the
that
damn
kind
head.
of took care of that.
Yeah, I'm not real concerned. I'll get the chip anyway, homie.
Not much of a threat, buddy.
So we're gonna take this chip out of this dude's skull.
Oh man, wow.
I'm not controlling this.
Why did they waste an opportunity to make a skull navigating mini game?
Yeah, I know.
Man. Man.
You know, this game it does not have mini games in it.
Okay,
You know, for all the,
I can
the hacking
respect
and other
that.
stuff that you're doing.
As a general philosophy, I can respect their aversion to mini games.
Yeah.
But
So this is the first time you get an upgrade in the game, and we have 2 points to spend. Most of these are real basic abilities. You know, like base health increased by 33%, maximum duration of the dart overlay increased by 25%. Better accuracy, infinite sprint, double ammo, faster regeneration, that sort of stuff. Also, if you link two of them together, if you get two adjacent things, as you see down the lower right, it says that you get an additional 2.5% health bonus for doing that. I'm gonna get the protective shield, which gives you a recharging Halo-ish shield to deal with. You also have the rampage mode as you kind of go on killing sprees. You get bonus adrenaline that recharges your abilities faster, and you can kind of get a longer, you get a damage bonus and a longer timer to keep those streaks going, which is kind of cool. Let's see here. Let's get some bonus health here. You're fairly delicate in this game when you first start out. You'll go down relatively easily if you're not at least a little careful.
Sure.
That's not the door. This is the door.
Oh God. Man, it just vanished.
That one's pretty awesome, but Persuade is actually the really awesome ability to use because they turn the gun on themselves at the end. So we've overridden that turret, and now
nice.
it's going to shoot these guys as they come out.
I haven't been paying the closest attention, but does the Does the interface call out all this stuff that you can hack?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to scan
when it draws
room?
a circle around stuff, it's
Oh, wow.
basically...
Yeah, so you're not going to miss this stuff.
No,
then.
you're not. As you can see, all the items in the environment also get these little HUD things on them. That goes for... Well, maybe there's not a ton of things in this room, but... You know, you just get, like,
one.
sign, you know, or... Yeah.
Protect and serve.
That's a little translation there, and...
Oh.
Over here we get...
That's kind of cool.
So it's almost like you have, you know, it's like you have Google goggles on, you know, cables. None of these are really useful, but it's a really interesting kind of design choice.
Like translating that Chinese stuff right there is kind of awesome.
Yeah.
That's a neat little touch.
And so when you're in the slums and stuff, you just see things like hobo over people's heads. So that's an Aspari soldier, so he's labeled, you know, Aspari. Over here we get, you know, welder box. It's. Oops. Oh, yeah. I should have actually considered that would be the outcome of that.
So do you ever have to, like, does it ever make you eyeball that stuff to kind of figure out puzzles or anything like that?
No, it's a pretty straightforward game in that context.
Well,
and the things that you
can
can pick up in the environment. I agree. Like they probably could have done a little more with that. So like I said, yeah, if I'm running, I can slide into cover.
Yeah, your review talked about some of this kind of semi-automatic cover. I wasn't quite clear how that works.
So it's sort of like when I'm here, it'll just, you know, left trigger does this. When I'm here, left trigger does this.
Okay.
And if I push up, it'll aim over. So I'm still actually, I'm not truly exposed here. This is kind of the blind fire, more or less the blind fire. So you can still be shot from this position. It's not invincible, but it's, you know, you're kind of taking a little more cover at the expense of some accuracy.
How's just the basic feel of the guns? Like some of Starbreeze's stuff, like they make great games, but I don't know that like the actual shooting has always been the strongest part.
I think it feels pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weapons feel like trouble. You feel like you're doing bad stuff with the weapons in this game. Like they're impactful. So the secondary fire on this is like a burst fire, which again is not as accurate. So I don't normally use it. It's not that hard to just kind of pump shots off the... So here they've created a bit of a security lockdown over here. I can't get through there. This guy over here happens to be in this room testing out a sick new gun. Let's see if he'll shoot it or if he's already... Yeah.
Whoa.
So that seems like it'd be a useful gun to have.
Yeah.
So we're just going to go take it from him.
Could you have suicided that guy?
No.
Like, do those powers only work on guys that are flagged as enemies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so we can actually just pick up this gun here, and it keeps saying, like, if I want to kill this guy, I can, but you can leave these cowering scientists just cowering if you want.
Let them keep sciencing.
Yeah. Or I could just, I mean...
Or you could test out your new...
do
what?
That.
Oh, that was...
All right. So with this, a tap of the left trigger locks onto a target, and then all bullets go to that target.
Yeah, I guess you don't really need left trigger for aiming when you don't have to aim anymore.
Right.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's useful.
It seems almost a little too powerful, but...
It's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
You know, it's...
They limit ammo on that thing or something?
I mean, I have 200 and some odd rounds for it, so not really. Okay, so we need to get... we can get through that door, but we got to shoot that thing to get through here. But there's this hackable cryo pressure valve here that's going to freeze this glass. And then once it's frozen, we can actually just break it. And
Conveniently creating a hole that doesn't quite line up with your target.
Like I said, a little tutorial-like here in the early going. And so here, right here, we're going to see one of the other kind of cool things here is you can hack grenades when they're thrown at you.
What?
That grenade's not going to blow up anymore because I hacked it on the way in, and now I can just pick it up and use it.
That's pretty awesome.
Grenades are a toggle, so like you hold down the weapon change button to go to it. It's not just a grenade button, which I've never been a huge fan of
Yeah.
in all games. But so I can just kind of lock onto these guys and just kind of kill them. When you have the dart overlay on, you can lock onto and suicide guys that are out of your line of sight. They don't show up as part of your overlay until they've entered your line of sight. So it's like any enemy that you're already aware of will show up here forever on your overlay. Let's see. Here's another weapon here. Get rid of this pistol. Oop. It's easy to forget going back to these early parts of the game that you don't have all the health bonuses and stuff that you get by the end of the game. So not quite as resilient as you would be normally, or as you are later in the game, I should say.
What was up with that blue outline around that guy? A minute ago.
That's when they die.
Oh, okay. That seems odd. Yeah, that.
Yeah, that's your
Just to let you know.
overlay letting you know, hey, that dude's dead.
That guy's no longer giving off bio stuff.
So there, he blew himself up and took that guy with him, which is handy. So a lot of the camera movement stuff when you're running, just real frantic. Just
Well, that's one of the things they've always been the best at.
Yeah.
Like that weapon, kind of like holding the weapon close to you when you go around corners and stuff. Like all those little touches is kind of like one of their calling cards. Especially, it's been weird with this game. There's been all this kind of ballyhoo about how this is like the new Starbreeze or something, you know? Like,
Or
a bunch of
they
those
had a
guys,
bunch of
they all
turnover.
went and created another studio. But this definitely, just watching this definitely looks like a Starbreeze game.
Yeah, I'd say so as well. So these UAVs have shields on them. I can't just shoot them like this. I got to hack them first. And then once their shields are down, I can blow them up. So the extraction does not go as planned.
Does your dude have much of a character, or is he just kind of
he's silent. He doesn't speak. You know, you get into a little bit of his backstory by the end of the game, but it's not necessarily a meaningful thing.
Okay. So beyond the kind of the backdrop of like
Yeah, it's
dark future corporate world.
Exactly.
Like
it doesn't really get into pathos
Okay.
in too big of a way. But you know, basically the game deals in, you know, you have these rival corporations. So you kind of start at this level of corporate espionage and, you know, assaulting other corporations to steal their technology and stuff like that. Between missions, you get scored on how well you do. I got a CEO ranking, which is the highest.
Wouldn't chairman be higher than that?
Maybe. But
This is a really attractive kind of stat overlay.
Yeah.
Or overview.
it swims a little bit. You see it kind of moving around
yeah,
there, which is
Fantastic kerning on this stuff.
but then also, in addition to, you know, this kind of corporate level stuff, let's see here. You know, there's the slums. They're the people that aren't chipped, and they're basically invisible to society. Let's see here. I'm trying to think. This is going to get pretty deep into the game, but I think it's probably going to be the best way to show kind of one of the different looking areas, and also to be later enough to where I'll have all the abilities and some more upgrades and stuff.
What city were you in before?
That was China? You do some globe trotting in this game, and it's not necessarily...
China City?
Yeah, China City.
Is that...
Actually, that was Los Angeles. I'm sorry, that was
okay.
Los Angeles. There's New York, there's L.A.
Okay. Is that kind of a general theme, though, in the world? Is this kind of undercity, overcity sort of dichotomy?
It's more that just you get to this point in the game, and you're going to be...
Oh, and you're just hanging with.
You're going to be down zone.
hanging with the wrong crowd.
So more or less, like as the corporations get control and become bigger, they grow up. So they have these huge towers and huge buildings, and everyone lives basically up in the damn sky.
Do you spend like the first half of the game helping the corporations, and then you have Crisis of Conscience, and then you?
That is the question that I asked someone the very first time I saw the game, and he said, "Oh man, yes."
Great. So it's that kind of thing.
It's not
quite that overt.
Not quite that overt, yeah. Okay, so it actually, when I start from a chapter, it just gives me the points I would have here and lets me spend them as I see fit. So we're going to need that health upgrade, I think. Shields, always useful.
So there's no significance to the adjacency of these upgrades? Like,
well,
if you connect a network,
if I connect the network, then I get an extra health bonus.
Oh, okay.
For linking them together.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Increased energy gain seems like it can be useful. Can use my abilities more often that way. Faster regeneration. Basically, I just want to stay alive as long as possible. Better accuracy. That'll work. Okay. This one's secondary is put a silencer on the gun, which is, this is not a stealth game. I don't know why there's a silencer here. Doesn't seem especially useful. Also, this is after I've been through some business here, so you see that I'm not seeing the dart overlay.
Yeah, I was wondering.
That's some, kind of story stuff that happened at the end of the previous chapter. But I'll recover here in a little bit. It's nothing I can't handle. Some weapons can shoot through cover. So you kind of, get that gameplay of turn on the overlay, see where the dude's hiding, and just smoke him, which is pretty cool. Okay, that's... Oh, that guy was a pie. That guy was a pie. Damn it.
So much raspberry jam.
Time to restart from your deaths can be a little long.
A little rough.
I find. You can't skip through the animation of you falling over.
Right.
This is going to be right at the same spot, isn't it? Damn it. I got to spend these points again. All right. So it's that, and that.
Does it just like clear all your abilities when you
I think it's
reload a chapter?
Yeah, I think that's when you're doing chapter loads and
Okay.
stuff. It doesn't clear abilities over the course of the game when you're just playing through. But I think because I've already finished it. Okay, I gotta melee this guy. Wait, hey. I'll take that.
So you can't hack right now? You can't do anything?
I can't do anything.
Wow.
You can see kind of like my overlay is trying to come up and failing there.
That's a great effect.
I can kind of tap the dart on, which gives me a quick second of enemy outlines, just enough to kind of get a sense of where people are. But it won't stay on, so I'm not getting any of the benefits from that. And this is a part in the game. There, some parts in this game where it really benefits you to play carefully.
Yeah.
And that goes for the co-op as well. There are definitely parts where you kind of want to. I've made that guy backfire. It was on long enough for me to backfire, and backfire basically makes the weapon in his hand, backfire. And then while he's down as a result of the explosion, he takes extra damage, so you can kind of take guys out that way. That guy was hiding. I knew he was going to be there, though.
Whoa. Whoa.
That was a Molotov, so I think it just went off on its own. Doors in the world of Syndicate are hard to open.
I like that. What is this? Well, it's not visible right now, but this kind of little outline around the screen that you keep getting. It's not like a vignette exactly. It's like it's almost like this permanent lens flare. Except I chose a time when it's not there to talk about it. But
yeah, the lighting in this game is
some real
interesting.
Yeah, like maybe I need to be a camera operator to know what that stuff's called, but some really cool looking visual effects.
So we've successfully rebooted here. Oh, you know what? This is We're gonna have to load up another chapter and show how Persuade works, because these guys are unchipped.
Ah.
Actually, maybe these guys aren't. These guys look like no, never mind. They're Resistance dudes. You know, so these are the people that have opted to stay out of society's purview. You know, stay off the grid, remove their chips, or don't get chipped in the first place.
So are you an illegal if you do that in this world?
No,
Or
you just don't matter.
So it's a
you know, you can't buy anything. You can't. You know,
Okay.
you're not a consumer. Like
Okay.
you're not part of the world.
But it's not. But it's legal. You're not chipped.
Yeah.
You're not chipped at birth or anything crazy like that.
I imagine you probably are if you're born into the corporate sector.
Right.
That's the sort of thing where, you know, there are people defecting from one corporation to the other, and the way to stop that is smoke them. Is send the agents, you know.
Right.
And that's in terms of just like the general vibe. I mean, those are the spots where it fits with the old Syndicate game.
I was going to ask what your history is with that, and just like how close this feels.
I mean, you know, the vibe is similar. You know, the notion of corporations as governments, and you know, it's all stock cyberpunk fiction stuff.
Right.
It's not even, you know, original to Syndicate in the first place.
Sure. Oh.
These guys have shields. Now,
Yeah.
they recommend, actually, that you just run at dudes with shields and you can tackle them. I have not... Okay, that guy's going to be in my way. Then that's going to really cause a problem. Let's backfire. That'll just get him to drop his shield, and then I can just do that. So all I can do to these guys is backfire because they have guns, but not... There, so... Tackled him, got him to drop his shield.
Oh.
Also, I can actually just hack this, or breach that terminal there, and it'll just start spitting out evil smoke into the room. All right.
Well, that was a little hairy. Do all three of those abilities work on the same, like, meter?
No, they all have their own meter.
Okay.
So
you could use all three of them in succession. If
backfire recharges more quickly than
Okay.
the others. But for basically the next significant portions of the game, you won't be able to use these because you're not dealing with people with chips.
Okay.
Oh, these doors are so hard to open.
I like how it jerks forward just a little bit with every button press.
Okay. Okay, so there's actually a running leap. You can jump a lot further.
It's dark, but he's got to be there.
Aww. Is that really the most creative way you can take those guys out?
Since they don't have chips, it's kind of
That was,
a little more limited here. So
I guess there's no push out the window.
yeah, so there's a sniper rifle. Alternate for that is just look at this red dot sight on the side, which is nice.
That's kinda cool.
So you can kind of deal with use it in, you know, shorter range situations, which is nice because that's sort of what you run into in this world here. All right, that's yeah. So yeah, see if we can get mattress.
Thanks for the tip, Dart.
This is useful data.
Whoa.
Sniper rifle ain't no joke. We'll just take a lot of these dudes out. Like through the shield.
Is that 2 in 1?
Yep.
Yeah.
Beer bottle. Homebrew.
Homebrew. Great.
Expired. Here's a little item there. All right, let's jump out of here and load up a different chapter just to show Persuade real quick, and then we will. Oops, what am I doing?
Does Persuade work in the co-op?
It does not.
Oh.
The co-op has a totally different set of abilities.
Oh, jeez.
Backfire's in there, but that's about it. Okay, let's try. This will be far enough in for Persuade to be there, I think. Yeah, this will definitely be. Okay.
How long would you peg this campaign at?
6-ish,
Yeah.
7-ish, maybe.
Yeah, standard length.
Yeah, fairly standard shooter campaign length. It doesn't overstay its welcome. Feels pretty good from start to finish. It's got some boss fights in there.
What exactly are you?
I'm hanging on to this ship that escaped, or
Okay.
I'm stowing away, holding onto the ship that's flying to this floating fortress.
Is that quite safe? Apparently.
I gotta spend these points.
Spec out. Spec your abilities.
Faster regen. Yeah, using Persuade on people is it's pretty great. It's best when you do it when there's a group of enemies around, because they flip allegiances and start shooting at them for a
Right.
while. But even if it's just a guy alone, it's not the most efficient way to use the energy for that ability, but it's still just fun to watch what they do.
Kind of thing never gets old.
Definitely not over the course of the campaign. It does not get old there.
Almost a little bit of like a Mirror's Edge vibe here.
Yeah, sort of.
Maybe a little Brink.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah,
white,
floating city,
white,
definitely.
white aquatic future city.
All right, so we've hacked these doors open here. While this ship waits for landing clearance, we can get the hell off of it.
This is a high security area.
Pretty bold dude, that Miles Kilo.
Yeah.
Optimal assault.
He's no hero protagonist, but
Upgrade potential
No.
detected.
I'm just gonna take that guy's chip, even though he's still alive.
oh man,
Oh, he's not.
I don't. You know
he's
what?
not
I
anymore,
don't.
I
I
guess.
don't know that he's especially alive.
Oh,
Now he's
that's-
definitely
well,
not.
that's-
Good God.
I want the upgrade points.
Okay, now I'm even more weirded out knowing that they show that every time, but you don't. But you don't get to control it.
Yeah. You don't do it that many times over the course of a game.
okay.
But yeah. And you don't get enough points to completely fill this out, unless there are some hidden somewhere that I missed. But by the end of the game, I definitely didn't feel weak.
I liked the implication that one of these companies is based in the Caymans.
Yeah. All right, so now we can hack that.
Message log analysis complete. Playing recorded transmission. Seeking datascape camouflage. Datascape camouflage complete. We belong.
One of us.
Yeah. So now we've got a bit of a security clearance here that we should be able to get through this door.
Official visitor guide, designed to make your visit memorable and enjoyable. So if there's anything you need, don't hesitate to ask. At more than 3 kilometers in length and 27
How about we override the hologram?
personnel are required, under pain of termination, not to discuss the following details with any uncleared citizen.
That seems like the sort of information she shouldn't be saying out loud.
Wow.
Contract
That's pretty cool.
70
covert intrusion has failed. Calculating direct assault through executive security levels.
I don't even have a gun.
Scanning.
That seems like an oversight.
Access.
Why would you hitch a ride on this thing and jump through that window?
The
Not
ride
really.
hitching kind of happened all at once. It was
Okay.
Executive security access. Granted.
What happens if you, is it even possible to fail that hack?
no.
It just takes longer if you miss the...
If you miss the thing, then it just says you didn't hold it down long enough.
Oh.
Do it again, dummy.
Security override. Please remain calm. Identity invalid. Security lockdown.
That seems bad.
Yeah.
Measures.
So that's
Countermeasures negated.
take that. I ripped that panel off, and now everything's okay.
Fixed everything.
Yeah.
How convenient.
Oh.
Well,
That's all right. We need to use this ability. Damn it. Okay. We'll get in here. We'll persuade a dude, and then that'll be it.
perhaps we persuade several dudes for our trouble.
Takes a little while to recharge. It's probably the longest. It's probably the most useful.
I mean, it's basically a smart bomb, right? If the dude you persuade is going to kill everybody around him.
Yeah. It also, it kind of takes the heat off you a little bit
Yeah.
because they'll kind of shoot him for a while. I guess some great points.
Many reasons to actually go back to these chapters?
I mean, there are multiple difficulty levels, so
Yeah.
I'm just going to persuade this guy. This is not going to be
Alright.
effective, but it'll show you what happens.
Oh,
He
man.
turns and starts shooting at that guy. Let's see if he wins. Hopefully he will.
Seems like it's going that way.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, with no more targets,
Oh.
he just shoots himself. And
Yikes.
that's pretty awesome.
Now you've got his gun.
Like- Okay, so assault rifle has this scope
cool.
mode that'll shoot through cover, but it becomes a single shot weapon at that point. Ammo up, and let's go get in a fight. This will be a good opportunity to kind of show the heavier enemies in the game, I think, too, because one of them pops out after we finish this little sequence. Because you'll encounter heavier enemies that are armored, basically, and that armor needs to be hacked. So you kind of have to hack them before you can kill them. Or, shoot at their armor, basically, and take their armor down. Let's make that guy kill himself. Let's cause a backfire there while we take out this guy. And then shoot through the cover there to take these guys out. Oh, that's bad. Grenade. Oh, this is going.
Whoa. That's a tree.
All right.
It's almost getting like a little bit of a Mass Effect kind of vibe when you slow it down and you start popping all your abilities off on different guys.
Yeah, yeah.
It sort of looked a little bit like that.
Yeah, there's some of that to it, sure. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's see why you guys gotta be dicks about it. All right, so backfire's already recharged. Backfire's kind of the fastest recharging thing there. Man, these guys are not effing around.
Giving you no quarter.
Yeah. Let's go get some more. Oh wait, no, that's not the way to get more ammo at all. That's not even. That's too much cover. It's not going through the cover.
Man, the kickback on that thing is violent.
Yeah, that's one of the
So
upgrades.
That
is,
scope is just like flying right in your face.
All right, we need to get up these stairs and get some more ammo. Oh, wait. Or we'll just take that. Now, while he's backfiring, I'll just run up there and do him. All right. I really was serious about that ammo. Oh, jeez. And this is gonna... This guy has a rocket launcher of some kind, if I remember correctly.
Is this what you would call a boss fight?
No. You actually will get
those
guys with
like health
bars
bars?
and stuff like that.
Okay.
And they'll have kind of specific abilities attached to him. So see, he's got that immune bar over him, which is nice because you can see where he is at all times, because you don't really want to be line of sight with him, because these guys all have weapons that just are bad news. So we can turn that on. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm not close enough, am I? All right, so we breached his armor. Now he's vulnerable for a period of time here. So now's the time to kind of shoot him before his armor can kind of come back online. And these guys, you can't use your abilities on them.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, he's shooting bad stuff. And he moves pretty quickly as well. So it becomes kind of a careful mix of, like, you need to make sure you're using your dart overlay, because it does give you resistance to damage, and also helps you do more damage, and slows down time a little bit, which is handy in situations like this. All right, knocked him down.
Almost got him. I just knew those little rectangles meant he had extra health bars.
Yep.
I hate when bosses have hidden health bars.
All right. But that last one just shocks his armor and just kills him, so.
That wasn't too bad.
Yeah, no, that one's not too bad. It's one of those things where these guys are a lot scarier earlier in the game.
Right.
So this is a rocket launcher using kind of the same lock-on technique that the other gun had, only it shoots rockets that will lock onto targets and get you through stuff like that.
A little bit of a drunken missile kind of thing.
Past there, there's a sequence where you can use that a whole bunch to kill a whole lot of stuff. Let's play some co-op.
All right. If there's anyone to play with.
There should be.
This game is
I'll tell you what, if there are people watching that want to play some co-op, send me a message at Giant Bombing, and I'll maybe send some invites here. Okay, so in the online mode, let's go through the menus here real quick before we actually start. There's a progression. You gain experience points as you play. That gets you points to spend on chip upgrades. And in this, there actually is a tree. So you start at the top and have to work your way down. The ones at the bottom cost more points than the ones at the top. Very similar abilities to what you get in the single player, with the addition of some other stuff about kind of your application upgrades and breaching speed and stuff like that, because the breaches can take a lot longer in co-op. Then you have your loadout here. You kind of set which weapons you're carrying, as well as which applications you're using. I'm using shielding and squad heal. But there's stuff like virus, which will do damage to guys. There's a pulse there's another type of heal. Focus breach makes you breach faster for a brief period of time, drains some energy. You can kind of self-reboot if you go down. Battery helps you recharge the abilities of other members on your team and stuff like that. But I find that shielding and squad heal is the best way to keep your teammates alive, especially early on when there are players out there that don't know just how fragile they really are. So they go running out into gunfire, and it goes bad for them unless I'm standing behind them, keeping them alive. As you do that whole chip rip sequence, it doesn't go into the weird whole animation in the multiplayer, but as you get chips, you get blueprints, tokens you can use to upgrade your weapons. But the upgrades aren't just immediate. You have to then research the upgrades. So you spend an amount of tokens to open up the ability to research stuff. So I need to get 15,000 XP with the research selected on this item in order to actually get the bonus. So I've actually already upgraded a lot of these. The weapons that I prefer, I've already upgraded completely. And that's how you add the secondary fire or a red dot sight, stuff like that. You can have one piece of research going and you can queue up a second in case you finish one of them mid-match.
Oh,
It'll
cool.
automatically roll over to another. Application tokens are similar, but you get these by finishing missions for the first time on each difficulty. And these are used to upgrade the shielding and squad heal and stuff like that. So shielding just starts out as a basic shield. This upgrade, when you research that, gives you 10% more. This gives you another 15%. This gives you another 25%. And this gives you an EMP pulse that shoots out when the shield is depleted. Squad heal, same type deal. Just does it does better. Damage link increases damage more, better duration. Also fills the dark overlay. So you have to have spec'd in such a way that that your agent has the tier 4 upgrade before you can access all those different upgrades. So you have to kind of spend your points all the way through here to get the ability to do that stuff.
There's a lot to take in here.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward once you get the hang of it.
Yeah, sure.
And then it's got a clan setup where you can form a syndicate, and then
Okay.
it has a
So this is where like Mohawk Lady and the marketing has come from.
exactly.
Okay.
There's these 4 characters. They've tried to wrap a basic story around the missions in the co-op, but it's not super deep. It's more just a mission briefing, and then you go do the thing. It's not a. There's only one other dude in my syndicate.
You're not going to gain any radical insight into the Aspari inner
No,
workings
no,
or anything
no.
in this co-op.
See if we got any messages from people that want to maybe play some stuff here. Okay, I actually can't invite them just yet because I gotta. Well, I have to. I guess I'll have to create a private game. Let's just go into the. I don't know what mission was in the demo. I never played the demo, so I'm afraid of playing the demo mission. But let's do China. And I'll create a private game and invite these guys. Oh, this is going to be all right. Hopefully the invite to game works from here. Otherwise, we're totally screwed. There, it does. Good.
I don't know, man. This is a judgment call. Think real hard about this.
Yeah. Oh, here's here. Great. We'll get a 4th. So.
Exciting.
All right. And then I'll just invite these guys to, the ones that are not in a syndicate, just send them a syndicate invite while I'm at it. Clan up here. You can pick a character, it's really doesn't make a huge difference.
There's no like speed, health trade-offs or anything like that?
No, there's
Really?
they have different voices.
Just to distinguish you in the match?
Yep. There we go. All right. Give these guys a couple of seconds here if they want to configure themselves. So you kind of see that they're a lot of shielding there. That guy, 2 of these guys haven't unlocked the second ability yet. They're pretty early on.
So you can see what kind of apps they're rolling with.
Yeah.
Do they have to call them apps?
They are, they're apps. They call them applications. They actually don't really refer to them as apps.
How about OGs? Is that a Deus Ex thing?
OGs is decent too, but I like the just kind of basic idea of just calling them apps.
Like
That in the future, it's just like
I have put some new
I've
software
installed this
into my
app
head.
into my head,
I read that.
and we're gonna
I got install Shield 4.3 for brains.
Yeah.
And funneled all this new. Yeah. So you seem to have really liked this co-op, which I find to be out of character for you.
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Not to beat around the bush.
Yeah, they let you kind of play it. Basically, anyone can heal and revive other players. So basically, you'll see a heal icon appear over a player's head if they've taken damage, and you just hit the same button you'd use to hack anything else to hack them.
Okay.
Hack them back to health. Hack them back to health. Or hack them back to life. That you have to be within a certain range to reboot a downed player.
Is there? Wow.
And the progression is pretty interesting. The upgrades are meaningful, and 9 levels here. And you kind of have to play it somewhat intelligently,
Yeah.
at least your first few times through.
That's always appreciated.
I feel like I'm pretty over-leveled for the first scenario. It's got 3 difficulty settings. The first scenario on the easy difficulty is like I can practically do it by myself.
Is that possible? Could you could solo stuff if you were really that good and had leveled sufficiently?
Yeah,
Or-
it'll be tricky,
Yeah.
but it is doable.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy's at a distance here, so we can just fire off one shot at a time.
Whoop.
That guy's got a riot lance, which is a good way to deal with guys that have shields,
What
like these guys right around the corner.
What exactly is a riot lance?
It
that-
just shocks them.
Is that blue thing that just went by? That kind of blue electricity.
Yeah, it might have
Blue-
been. It's,
blue beam.
yeah, so this is the riot lance.
Ah, yes, that was it. Any limits on the heals and revives, or is
No.
it? So what's the failure state? Just everybody dies. at
Everybody
once?
dies. Yeah,
Okay.
if everyone's down at once, then it ends, and it takes you back to a checkpoint. It's
Okay.
fairly forgiving.
All right, so these missions are pretty doable then.
Yeah.
From the sound of it.
These guys still out here shooting people? Way over here. Okay, that's you'll have guys with electron maces, which if they start shooting you, they will freeze you in place for a good chunk of time, and kind of you need saving at that point.
Yeah.
One thing people need to realize when they first get going in the game is that as soon as you start breaching someone, you can hold down that button and do anything else. So it's like as you're breaching someone and healing them, you're also shooting a bunch of people. You don't need to like stand still and wait for heals to happen and that sort of stuff. So it kind of everything sort of happens on the fly.
Wait for the others.
Some high-level Syndicate tips here.
Yeah.
Play it right, people.
Move on.
So all these missions will have these situations where you have to hack a gate to move on, and it forces all the players to get together, and there's almost always a reloading point there. This is gonna be like kind of a long hallway, maybe a long corridor sort of area here. There'll be sergeants up there. You see, they get their own life bars. They're just they're a little trickier than the average guy, but you don't necessarily have to hack them to kill them or anything like that. Oh, I've been hit with shocking stuff. So there's UAVs. You have to be right up on them to hack that the shield off of them, so you can't even really do damage to them at first. All right, that's bad.
You gonna let Sergeant Moose do you like that?
No. All right, we're gonna take down that UAV.
You can shoot down UAVs.
You can definitely shoot down UAVs. Oh man, I'm down.
Oh.
So when you're down, you get,
A.
you get to crawl around here a little bit. So these guys could be bringing me back to life while still shooting if they would just aim at me a little bit there and hit the button. But everyone was too busy going down for that to happen.
Jerks.
Nah, they're not jerks.
I bet you'll start right back in that room.
You do. You kind of the enemies don't respawn forever in this game either. So it's sort of a situation where you kind of want to clear out an area before you move forward. And if you can hold down your position and do that, you can kind of run back and refill ammo and all that stuff before you go out.
Now wait for the others.
It's a very doable way to kind of finish these missions. Let's- You see the overlay doesn't slow down time in multiplayer, kind of obviously.
Naturally.
Yeah. So I actually do have a grenade launcher on this thing. See if I can get a shot angled right, and maybe I can get a few of these guys, but doesn't look like I did much good there. So I'll pop shielding, and now everyone will have a bit of a shield here, which should help us get up into position to take out that guy. So I can actually see I started the breach, I can just turn and run away.
Yeah.
Did I get out of range?
I think you
Something
might have
broke it.
just barely missed it. There it is.
Ah. Hang back here and recover for a sec. And I'll get squad heal up in case these guys take damage going forward. Okay, so we got a couple of these jerks down here. Oh, I got the riot lance. How about I just... Helps if I hit him. That guy got split in half with guns.
Yikes.
All right. Riot shield jerks. You. Oh, got a guy down. All right. Oops. All right, I think I'm going to ditch that riot lance because it doesn't seem to be necessary for too... Oh, someone picked up the... Oh, well. That's fine. Move up.
Closing in on the subway station. Second team is already in position.
And they're going to drop a guy on the roof here. With some more UAVs.
Sergeant Yoshida's got one of those immune tags on him.
Yeah.
That's probably not good.
Oh, jeez.
That's definitely not good. I'm gonna say.
It's not great.
So these co-op missions are pretty much all sort of linear A to B.
Yeah.
To C kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you'll find corridors and stuff that let you take slightly alternate paths to get to the same place, but it's not necessarily, you know, it's not open to too much interpretation.
Fight your way from here to there.
Yeah. All right, so we're hacking this guy's armor. Oh, jeez. I got zapped with something. But now he is vulnerable, and he is down. So he goes down into a state where he is kneeling there.
What is a liquid takedown?
He's wearing liquid armor.
What?
There's 3 different types of
That doesn't
like reactive
sound
armor.
especially effective.
So someone needs to get up here and rip that guy's... Oh, we missed it. We missed it.
So he just goes down?
Yeah, he just goes down, and now you can't get... That's how you get the weapon blueprints
okay.
for ripping them from heavy enemies. We have a kind of limited time frame. Okay. Let's go kill this guy. Sure. This UAV is just gonna keep being... Oh, also, I guess I should point out that I have gold overlay in Dart Vision because that's what you get when you enter the code that comes with new copies of the game.
You're not serious.
You get gold weapons, gold overlay, and gold tags for your Syndicate, if you like.
Uh-huh. I think a colored visual overlay is really funny.
Yeah.
I think it would have, I don't know.
But you only get the overlay when you're using the gold weapons.
Oh, weird.
So
can anybody else see it?
The overlay? No, I
Like
think
they
they
have
can see.
no-
They
there's
can
no
probably see that
indication.
I have a gold weapon.
Right.
But that's just for me.
Main mission is to take the back door into a newly built Aspari tunnel network.
Brad, we're gonna take the back door.
All right.
Intercept train
That's
carriers
usually a good plan.
primarily Aspari
That's what I try to do.
and proceed to eliminate them.
Is there any provision for playing stealthy if you want to? Like,
No, it doesn't really seem
there-
like it. The enemies see you.
there's
It's-
no-
It's not really.
But I mean, there's no kind of like one-hit kill if you sneak up or anything like
Well,
that?
I mean, melee kills are all one-hit
Okay,
kills.
okay.
There's an animation that goes along with that, though. So if you kind of want to stand there and do nothing for a little bit, you can do a lot of melee stuff. But that's not really. Hey, okay. I saw that fence. A lot of enemies doing that. That little duck step out of the way move.
Yeah.
You see a lot of that. It doesn't work. I don't know who those guys think they're fooling.
You're too smart for that.
Right, Lance. Let's hit shield. Let's get up here, get a breach going on that, and then we can just back off. Oh, geez, that guy threw a grenade.
Oh.
Oh, this guy's over here.
That was maybe
It's perhaps a little.
not the place
Save me.
to jump into.
So yeah, when guys show up with Riot Lance, or there's also like the Electron Mace, which is a kind of a constant shock. You know, it helps to have teammates. All right. In this part of the level, we will have to guard that as it makes its way through the level. Little door cutter, and you know, dudes will be trying to shoot it, and we'll be trying to say no, don't shoot it. Got it?
And you'll be saying that by shooting them back.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to gather here.
That's yeah. Sends a pretty strong message.
Yeah.
Usually.
If someone's being a jerk and not coming to the point where you need them, you can start a kick vote and kick people out of the game. Players can also join mid-game if you're in a public game.
Oh, cool.
So you can kind of start one with 2 players.
Yeah,
and
that
add
helps.
people as you go.
Any idea if it scales to the number of players?
It doesn't feel like it does. It feels like it's just hard all the time.
right.
Every single mission briefing screen has a spot for suggested number of players, but the
okay.
number's always 4. So I don't know. Like. Luckily, these things that you have to defend, there's a couple of drop ships that will take damage as well in some of the missions. They will regenerate.
Oh my god. That's fantastic.
Yeah, they regenerate slowly, but if you do lose and have to respawn, it respawns with 100%.
Jeff, you just smoked Sergeant Endo.
Yeah, I did.
Just wanted to let you know.
Oh, we got a guy down.
Yeah. Recharging health on the escortee in an escort mission.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
Seems like a pretty radical innovation. Well, great. Now that, you know, once they get around to that X-Wing TIE Fighter reboot,
Yeah, exactly.
all of the cargo transports can have regenerating health.
Yeah.
Syndicate seems like a really well put together game, from what I'm seeing
It's
here.
super fun, man. I really, really enjoy playing it.
Like even not even playing it, I'm totally getting the punch of the weapons, and like it looks like it plays really well.
Yeah. Oh, geez, I'm the last one up. All right, not anymore.
Oh no,
You.
oh boy.
Damn it.
Oh,
I brought him back, though.
oh, you're still
Get me
around.
up. Oh, damn it.
Riot Lance.
Right, Lance.
To remain operational.
It can get hectic. When things go bad, they start to go bad pretty fast. It's one of those. That choke point right there is especially tricky because it is full of dudes with the Riot Lance and the mace that just kind of shocks you into position. And if you're not paying attention to what's going on with your teammates, they could be off in a corner somewhere just getting zapped to death.
Don't let that happen.
All right, we'll do better this time.
Wait for the others, Agent. We will proceed with.
Do you think? Well, let's say this game does well.
All right.
We know that Deus Ex did well.
Yeah.
Do you think that dystopian cyber future becomes like the new overused setting?
I could go for that, man.
Would you be into
yeah,
them
totally.
running this into the ground?
Yeah, I could go for a couple of years of
Yeah. So let's
hell of evil corporation.
Yeah. You know, just like World War II and then modern military war.
Yeah.
Like if this is the next thing, I guess there are worse next things to have. Right?
Yeah, I mean, this
Like-
thing is
All it would take to cement it is if Respawn.
right. If that was the respawn game,
If this is the kind of thing that those guys are doing, it's all over.
yeah.
This is the
Well,
next.
that's the mace there. That'll
Okay.
do you real wrong.
Damage.
My only fear is that it'd be really easy for these kinds of things to get really formulaic.
Yeah,
If
totally.
everybody is just doing the William Gibson, Neil Stephenson kind of stuff.
Right.
But it seems like there's a lot of new ground you could explore.
I would hope so. Yeah. I mean,
in
it's,
this kind of
it's,
setting.
yeah. You know, this setting has always been just one of my favorites. Just, you know, fictionally, books and such. Your kind of dark dystopian cyberspace nonsense. See, I could go for a few years of driving that into the ground.
Yeah, I think
there'd be
I'd-
some great games that would happen as a result of that.
I think I would be okay with that too.
Okay. Get some ammo.
Done.
Okay.
Sorry, station.
All right, vehicle's done, so we can actually just head into the next area here. I'm going to switch to this rifle.
Sergeant Tanaka has got what? What was that? Was that the mace?
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Ammo. Okay. So you see there, I started the hack, but then was still just focusing on gunning those dudes down. That's kind of how you have to play this game, because you end up in a lot of hectic situations where it's going to be hard to save someone if you're going to try to stop what you're doing and focus solely on saving them. So you
Sure.
kind of have to.
The rest of the team will arrive momentarily.
So what's the split here between? You said campaign's like 6 hours. Is co-op at least that much?
It is at least that much, yeah. I mean, in terms of just like, you might not finish the missions every time.
Right.
I think if you do the missions and we're running through them super quickly, there's not 6 hours of just raw content.
Right.
But I think, you will get at least 6 hours of enjoyment out of the co-op. I've probably gotten more than that already. There are 9 missions.
Okay. But would you say you should probably be on board for both of those things if you want to?
Definitely.
To
If you
really,
wanna get
to
the
really
most out of
make
the game.
make it worth getting.
Yeah, I think at that point you start to get into the value proposition of what's $60 mean to you personally,
Right.
And is a 6-hour single player game enough, and all that sort of stuff. For me, maybe not, but I think both ends of this game are pretty awesome. And this is going to be the end of this mission here. We're going to face a couple of heavy dudes, and they're UAVs. Can't shoot them now. Just don't even shoot them. Just don't waste your time shooting. Wasting ammo. Hack first, shoot later. Just don't even shoot. Oops, I didn't finish.
Did not finish hacking.
Dude, what's going on?
There you
Okay.
go.
Let's see what else we got.
Are these generals that you have to fight also Japanese?
Yeah, this corporation is the Japanese corporation.
Okay, that makes sense.
All right, so we got these guys across the way here. Okay, that's
Looks like he's blind firing. Yep.
just a bunch of bad shooting right there. Okay, oh, they've got his armor down, so let's take down a layer of that.
God, these guys take a lot of guff.
They do. They got to be tough enough for 4 dudes to be shooting at him at the same
Sure.
time and still pose a threat.
Sure.
So, oh, that guy needs healing. Oh, we got a guy down. Where's he at? Where's he at? Oh, he's down there. All right.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. All right, I got him up. Now you need to get out of there. Now you need to get me up. Back around this corner.
Bash the A button.
If you get shot while you're down, you won't be able to kind of get away. Oh, this is one of these dudes here too. Great. Ah.
Aw,
All right.
that's tragic.
We'll get it this time. I think it's funny that a game that is basically a reboot has characters that are constantly shooting about how they need a reboot. Okay, let's make sure we're ammoed up, reloaded. Hack the gate,
We will proceed
and then I'm gonna run up these stairs and smoke all those dudes up top. I should probably get infinite sprint with my next points here, because that slowed down sprint is starting to bum me out. Oh, jeez.
Oh, I'm getting mace.
It's cool, it's cool.
Our main target
Nicely done.
is furry generals traveling
So I could see this turning into almost like an MMO raid kind of thing.
entire sector.
Where you're just like memorizing the waves of the
Yeah, I
encounters.
mean, it's I've played that first mission enough that I know where the guys are,
Right.
and even on the higher difficulties where it's like now there's 3 guys around this corner instead of 2, and now this guy is a liquid armor guy, and now this guy's a sergeant, and like that sort of stuff. Like that is one thing I'll say is that they aren't super dynamic.
This seems to be going better.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of it's one of those things where, like, your first time into a situation, like, you just get overwhelmed because you weren't ready for what was coming.
Right.
But, once you're prepared, not so tough. So now we're just down to, it looks like, these 2 tough guys. And that guy is not coming out yet, so it looks like we can just kind of safely worry about this guy for now. Am I even... Okay, I'm gonna have to... Oh, he's... Okay, so he's reset. All right, we need to get down here and start a breach on this guy, otherwise nothing's ever gonna happen. There we go. Oh, I need bullets. Gotta be some ammo through here somewhere, right? I'm not gonna have to run all the way back to that last... All right, well... Oh, he's...
Go! Oh wait, that wasn't it, was it?
No,
he
but
had another life
this,
bar.
This one will actually kill him. This last breach will be the one that actually kills him. It doesn't require you to do his life bar again. But we need to get up here and get this chip. Give me that.
So is that a?
Everyone gets it. It's not a case where you have to fight for who gets the chip.
That's nice. Because I could have gotten.
That's something that early players of the game need to figure out. Because I've definitely had cases of people quitting after I took all the chips in a mission. You do get more XP for doing the rip yourself. I will say that. So there's.
Is it a preset weapon that's coming out of each specific guy? Or
No,
is it
no. It's
random?
just it's a token that comes out of the guy.
Oh.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, and then you pick what you want to unlock with it.
Right. So
Okay,
someone else
okay.
go get that one. Oh, the lag's not gonna. All right, I'll just do it. Wait, someone else gonna get it? You get it. All right. And we win. This guy's over here, but we win.
Whoa, buddy.
Oh, here's where the ammo is. Good to know. I'll take a little bit here before it says, did you kill all those guys? You killed all those guys. Okay, yeah, all right. So you see I completed research by getting the XP here
okay.
over there on the side. You see it kind of filling out the side stuff as we go. So there are 9 missions. Some of them have you getting items and bringing them to a drop ship, and then you have to keep the drop ship from getting blown up. And also while you're carrying the item, you can only use one-handed weapons. At the end here, you get to kind of update on what you've done in terms of, completing research and earning tokens and completing various challenges and contracts. So like your people on your friends list, you want to have a, kind of a friends leaderboard sort of situation going with them, and that gives you that. And then you're also just gaining raw XP.
A lot of numbers to rack up.
Yeah, there are a lot. So I have nothing being researched. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, that's the wrong menu. I have nothing being researched in weapons right now because everything completed. So just, these weapons aren't even necessarily weapons I use a lot, but
Why not?
like the Riot Lance would be good to have updated. Where is that? I have 5 tokens. Let's get effect chains to an additional target. That sounds pretty awesome. So we'll unlock it there, set it as the research project, and then my next 15,000 points will go into unlocking that. Application research, same deal, kind of just researching stuff that I'm not currently using, but I've already upgraded the stuff that I use, so might as well just keep going down this path here. Let's unlock that one and queue it to be the next one after the one that it's currently researching is finished. And I'll quickly just last little bit here with the Syndicate stuff. You get kind of a shared goal, almost like the Iron Brigade kind of regiment menu type stuff. The leaderboards are viewed as stock markets, which is pretty funny. They have a Syndicate specific leaderboard. You kind of view your members and see kind of how they're doing points wise.
Are there other ranks besides CEO?
I think it's just the leader, the creator of it gets marked as CEO, and that's all. It's not super deep. And then as an individual, you've got...
There was a menu called management goals.
Yeah. So you have your kind of personal challenges here, and then also the contracts on the side. So people that are in your syndicate or on your friends list, as they do things, it builds this list of contracts of things you need to do. So I need to kill one more agent to pass Commander Legion there, and then I'll get some bonus XP for doing so. And I think it's almost like autolog style specific stuff. Like I need to save one more, get one more savior award, and 29 more team savior awards.
Why didn't they call it Cyberlog?
That's going to be it for Syndicate. Thanks, Brad.
Well, great. Thanks for showing it to me.
Thanks to these dudes for coming and
thanks to Starbreeze for
joining up on the Syndicate, getting down with Giant Bomb Heavy Industries, which was
is that the name?
Yeah, the character limit is pretty strict on Syndicates, unfortunately, so I had to abbreviate in some ways here. But
Heavy Industries just sounds so badass.
Yeah, it totally does.
It doesn't matter what the name of the company is.
Yep.
Unicorn Heavy Industries.
Yeah, I would totally work for Unicorn Heavy Industries. I would kill people for Unicorn Heavy Industries.
All right,
that's Syndicate. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
It looks it. Thank you.
Yep. See ya.